America's most feared gangster wasn't caught for murder. Then investigators found the one thing he couldn't hide. Would you have guessed taxes would end his empire? Imagine becoming the most feared man in America, only to be brought down by your taxes. This is the story of Al Capone. Born in Brooklyn, New York in 1899, Alphonse Capone was the son of Italian immigrants. Growing up in a rough neighborhood, he became involved with street gangs at a young age and quickly developed a reputation for being tough, ambitious, and willing to do whatever it took to get ahead. In the early 20th, Capone moved to Chicago, where America was in the middle of Prohibition. Alcohol had been outlawed, but millions of people still wanted to drink. For organized crime, this created an enormous opportunity. Capone built a criminal empire by controlling illegal breweries, smuggling operations, gambling businesses, and other rackets. His organization earned millions of dollars every year, making him one of the richest and most powerful criminals in the world. As his wealth grew, so did his reputation. He lived in luxury, wore expensive suits, and became a celebrity in newspapers across the country. Some people even viewed him as a modern-day Robin Hood because he donated money to charities during difficult economic times. But behind the glamorous image was a violent criminal organization. Rival gangs fought for control of Chicago's lucrative illegal businesses. The most infamous event associated with Capone was the St. Valentine's Day Massacre in 1929, where 7 members of a rival gang were killed. Although Capone denied involvement, the event cemented his reputation as America's most notorious gangster. For years, law enforcement struggled to find enough evidence to convict him for major crimes. Witnesses were often too afraid to testify, and corruption was widespread. Then investigators discovered something unexpected. Capone wasn't brought down for murder, he wasn't brought down for bootlegging, he wasn't brought down for organized crime. He was brought down for tax evasion. In 1931, Capone was convicted and sentenced to prison. He eventually served time in the famous prison of Alcatraz. Years of illness and imprisonment took a heavy toll on him, and the once powerful crime boss never regained his former influence. Al Capone died in 1947 at the age of 48. His criminal empire disappeared, but his legend lived on. More than a century later, he remains one of the most famous gangsters in history, a symbol of both the power and the downfall of organized crime.